And now, Anna Everything proudly presents Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 5 ugly, mean stepsisters named Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi. Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi all together. One day, the king of Sevenville's messengers said, Hear ye, the king of Sevenville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Septupling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi argue over who will marry Prince Septupling later. Cinderella is so sad that she can't go to the ball and marry Prince Septupling, while her fairy godmother asks her what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, I have lots of chores to be done. I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Septupling. Cinderella's fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. So she waves her magic wand. Because of that, Cinderella's chores are all done. But Cinderella's godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 7 pumpkins. Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 7 pumpkins into a handsome coach drawn by 14 strong horses. And then Cinderella's wear clothes into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a septuple-tastic gown. And get a lot of my glass slippers, Cinderella's fairy godmother said. Have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everyone will change back to the way it was before. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Septupling said, Who should marry me? Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi say all together, He's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Septupling dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Septupling was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So she traveled around Severnville to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the home where Cinderella, Sophia, Ella, Veronica, Esme, and Naomi lived. But instead of Cinderella, Prince Septupling finds her 5 ugly, mean stepsisters. He then said, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper one by one? Sophia first, but her foot is too big. The rest is the same, but none of their feet fit. Suddenly, Prince Septupling notices Cinderella's sweet slimmy. The glass slipper fits! Cinderella and Prince Septupling now live happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers, and this is the 2835th episode of Andrew Does Everything. Hang on. And now I've been debating on making the Cinderella sequels. I could do that. So, if you want to see Cinderella 2 7 Dreams Come True, maybe I can do it a 7-episode tradition. And all of you, I hope you enjoyed this parody fairy tale about rags to riches. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And, oh, look at the time. And well, Andrew's Doers, if we time this video just right, and a few minutes later, wait for it. And if we can time this video just right, maybe I could still do it a 7-episode tradition, by the way. And then this video is 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And take care, Andrew's Doers. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and buy our merchandise too. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 56 Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there lived a young woman named 56 Cinderella. 56 Cinderella had 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier. All 8 of them made 56 Cinderella do all the chores and watch her work. 56er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier all together. One day, the king of Sex Queen Quadrant Tublingham's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Sex Queen Quadrant Tublingham, his majesty, is going to throw a ball, and with lots of food. And after dinner at 10 o'clock, whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Sex Queen Quadrant Tubling. Can I come? Asks 56 Cinderella. But she's not invited. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. He's going to marry me, said Fatima. No way, Fatima, you're wrong. He's going to marry me, said Ivana. Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me, said Verona. The rest say, all 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. They even tear her 56 Cinderella's party dress. Later, at 8 o'clock at night, 56 Cinderella is distraught, sad, and upset, doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Sex Queen Quadrant Tubling. Suddenly, 56 Cinderella's very godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 56 Cinderella, my dear. I can help with a bit of magic. And so, she waves her magic wand to do all the chores for 56 Cinderella. But she's not done yet. She says, 56 Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some ice. Luckily, 56-Cinderella has 56 pumpkins and 112 mice. 56-Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again. And to turn the 56 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 112 mice into horses, and 56-Cinderella's fairy reclines into gown and crown. 56-Cinderella says, I've never seen such a sex queen quadruple-tastic gown. Get it out of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. 56-Cinderella's fairy godmother says, well, you can't. But have fun, 56-Cinderella. But I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will check back to the way it was before normal. And gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. It's 9 o'clock now. 56-Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Tumlingham says, good evening, everyone. Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling was wondering who to marry. Isn't that right, son? In which Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling responds, yes, father, at 10 o'clock. 56-Cinderella arrives at the ball for the food first. Just in time! 56-Cinderella then sees Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling. Her mean, ugly, wicked stepsisters, Fatima to Xavier, say, he's walking towards me! All together. But Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling is not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 56-Cinderella. After dinner, Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling then asks, may I have this dance? And so, 56-Cinderella responds, I would be delighted. 56-Cinderella and Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling dance happily together. But later, 56-Cinderella checks her clock. It's almost midnight! So, she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling was really worried that he might never see 56-Cinderella again. The king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Topplingham comforts him by saying, there now, son. I think we'll be able to find 56-Cinderella. And so, the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Topplingham and Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling traveled all around the neighborhood to find 56-Cinderella and brought the 2 glass slippers with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked on the door of the home where 56-Cinderella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 56-Cinderella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima to Xavier. Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling then says, ladies, my father, the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Topplingham, and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers? Fatima is first, but her feet are too big. Ivana is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! They fit! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Topplingham and the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling, Prince, known as 56-Cinderella's sweet singing. Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling, and your majesty, is that you guys? She hollered excitedly. The glass slippers fit! And 56-Cinderella, the king of Sex Queen Quadrigen Toppling, and Prince Sex Queen Quadrigen Topplingham lived happily ever after. The end. And Andrew's Doers, I hope this was a fun story parody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And Take care. Bye.